Welcome back, everyone, to the MLG Play-In Tournament here at the MLG Studio in New York City. Golden Boy and Maze bringing you the action as it is VexX going up against ErupT. And man, what a matchup it has been so far. Crazy search and destroy game that went all the way to the 11th round, seeing Huddle come up big with a 1v2 clutch, plus the plant. It was a huge victory there for VexX. But now, going into Game 3, we have Blitz on Freight. I gotta ask you, Maze, I mean, based off of what we've seen, who do you have your money on?
It has to be on VexX, and the reason why I say that is because their gun skill has proved to be a telling story in this matchup. Not that ErupT doesn't have gun skill, but when it comes to that domination performance that they had, it was quite telling how effective they were. And Freight is a very, very high-scoring and aggressive map for Blitz, and we can clearly see that ErupT is already being outslain a little bit here, as 3 will go down very quickly.
Yeah, but, you know,
so
Legal actually able to make a score happen there. So we're going to go ahead and give ErupT some love. He's got no kills just yet, but he has a score, and that's all that matters in this matchup. He is going to get taken out. Zuma's going to be 4-1, and you have to think after that last game that Zuma had, he's going to be feeling rather good here. And Zuma is going to get that cap now 2-0. And taking a look at the map and seeing what's going on, one player was going to be in the vicinity. That was going to be VexX, but not really much going to happen there. Zuma's going to continue to push over toward that midpoint of the map, the 50-yard line, as me and Mr. X like to call it. And I have to say, seeing ErupT come out strong against VexX is quite surprising.
Well, the thing is, ErupT is very, very aggressive already as it is, so this game type caters to their playstyle. And of course, right now, Legal's behind enemy lines on white, but gets taken down, and that will end his run there. But there's another player here for Team VexX that they need to watch out for. That is another score here, 2-3 now, as we approach that 3.5-minute mark.
Yep, and Slacked is actually going to get a stop there, and will continue to stay with ErupT as they do manage to get another score in. It's going to be 4-2 here with Legal and crew continuing to push up. There is actually going to be one member, VexX, hanging back, and he gets the score and a kill to boot, as that will make it 5-2. And again, ErupT strong out the gate, which is not something that neither you or I thought about, Maze. I mean, you said it was a matter of pure gun skill. VexX definitely seems to be just have a little bit more prowess in that category. But again, it's just that rush gameplay out of ErupT. Now VexX, they have to answer back, and I'm sure they will be able to, but still, with 3 minutes into this game now, or 3 minutes left into this first half, and ErupT's looking fantastic.
Fantastic. They hold a 4-point lead right now, and that's all brought to you in part by Legal and his friend VexX, who have 2 caps each. And now going for more. Legal is in the middle of the map at that 50-yard line, like you like to call it, and he's going to get taken down. So that push does get thwarted, or thwarted, I should say. And now another score will go through here for Team VexX, and now it's 3-7.
Yeah, but look, oh man, and Zuma with a great read, able to make a stop happen there as he wins the gun battle there as well, getting a double, and Slack will be the victim on that one. And I have to say, look at this here, the pressure again. VexX, he manages to make another score happen. He has 4 goal caps. It is going to be 8-3, 5-point lead in favor of ErupT, and this is something I would not have expected. But Zuma leading the charge here, 10-5. He's going to get another cap, yes please. That's going to make it 9-3.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And here's the funny thing that I wanted to point out. A lot of teams favor this spawn by Team VexX because it's easier to score from jumping down on that enemy portal. However, they are down because it's just that aggressive ErupT way of playing the game that is just really winning it for them. And look at Pluto trying to do some work on middle of the map. He will get taken down. And ErupT finds themselves down 3 men, though.
Well, see, here's the crazy part about this, right? They know at this point, and I like that play out of Zuma going for trade for trade on that one, because he knew he was by himself. There was no point in turning back. Just push forward at that point, because, you know, what's going to happen? You're going to end up, you know, killing one guy and then maybe stopping a cap and not being able to get one on your own and answering back. So it's still a very smart play there. Of course, the score is going to be 6-10, 7-10 now. 3-point lead as you're starting to see it slowly wither away. And VexX just doing what they do best. It's just a matter of them just continuing to to apply pressure onto ErupT, and they are just capping left and right now. Look at the control that they have.
It's the relay. The relay game has been brilliant here by Vex, and it's that 1 minute drill that I'm telling you about. They really know how to push that objective within the last minute and just throw off ErupT, and that's exactly why they're down by 1 point right now, as Pluto is forced to play a little bit of defense here, and they're down by 1 point with 28 seconds left.
They got to get it inside, and oh my goodness, the hip fire is real, but not going to matter. Oh, and they can't quite make the stop happen, as it will be 11-12. And you just saw another member of Vex able to make a stop happen, or able to get a cap, and I have to say, very surprised. Oh, with a knife to the chest there, Huddle looking to get one more goal. Can he do it? 6 seconds on the clock, moving in. Oh, and he gets the knife and the cap as well, tying it up at a score of 12-12. They had a 6-point lead, ErupT, and they gave it up. My goodness, what a round there for Vex.
That 2 minute drill and 1 minute drill by Vex was a thing of brilliance here, Golden Boy, and Slack showing his gun skill there, just goaltending on the enemy goal. Yeah. That is what you want to see. 12-12 tie going into the second half. And man, if this was a football game, this halftime show would be really, really a nail biter for ErupT.
We would even have Janet Jackson show up.
You know what I mean? I'm telling you.
With some faulty clothing. All that stuff.
All of that stuff.
All of that stuff. We'll be living like rock stars. But
that's exactly right.
I'm sure the pay would be certainly insane. Now, looking at this though, you gotta give credit to ErupT for at least not giving in at this second half start. They're just gonna continue to play their game. They know that they're still very much in this one, despite giving up a 6-point lead. But still, the pressure out of Vex, or actually the pressure from ErupT, I would have to say, and Vex having to answer back on that. Yeah, I apologize. And ErupT's going to be able to get that first goal in, and that's going to make it 13-12, and ErupT getting that first point. Yeah,
that's exactly right. And the aggressive push to top Owens was a brilliant strategy there by ErupT, because they know that they're goaltending to some extent there. It's a very narrow lead, so they're going to try to find different ways to score, and they pushed it beautifully. Now look at Vex. I'm going to go on board with him, as he's just a man on a mission in mid-map, but then he's really opening the path here for his teammate to be able to score, and that will be a score. 14-13 is the advantage as they do trade off.
Yeah, we'll go to ErupT here and see what's going on there. Of course, they're up by that 1 point. Perplex just absolutely melting Huddle there as he turned around the corner. One player pushing up. That was going to tie it up 14-14 now. Vex getting another score in there. And, I got to point this out, because it is something I'm really surprised about, why this game hasn't completely ran away from ErupT. Is look at the slaying. Look at the slaying here for Vex compared to ErupT. You have Vex, who's 8-18. He's struggling quite a bit, but it seems like his mission has just been get inside and cap, right? And by any means necessary, right?
Yeah.
But to what extent does that work out? And then you have to say, well, we got to start slaying. We got to start getting some kills, because then we'll be able to run away with this one. I don't know.
It's a risky play, to be honest with you, because if you're just slaying and not playing the objective, or having those relays set up, you're going to have a little bit of an issue when you do die and lose one gunfight, because you're going to leave it open for someone to sneak in and be behind enemy lines and set up a relay of their own. Yeah. So that is something that is very risky. But right now, both teams evenly matched in this one, playing the same type of relay game and the same defense. 16-16. At the 2.5 minute mark.
And I got to give credit to Vex. I just gave him crap just a second ago, but he was like 8-18, I think, at one point, and he managed to score 5 real quick, and he went 5-2 on that run, and was able to get a cap on that one, keeping his team competitive in this matchup. Now 17-17. This match couldn't get any closer, Maze, as we have 2 minutes and 11 seconds left to play here. Plenty of time for these teams to be able to rack up, get way past that 20 kill or 20 point mark. And I mean, really, just did you expect this? I did not expect this at all.
I did not. Right out of the gate, I did not. But that 2 minute warning is here, and that means that 2 minute drill will be in full effect here for Vex. So look out for that. 17-17 tie right now. And what they're trying to do is just push up together as a team. At least 2 of them are. And unfortunately, Huddle is going to actually be able to pick up Legal, and that's going to fall short there for ErupT. But still, close game, still plenty of time for both teams.
Yeah, and you got to point out here, you got Pluto, who's going to be in enemy territory. As if he creeps around the corner, this should be a cap for him, and it is. Yes, he's going to be able to make that cap happen now, 18-17. They got to continue to play their game, but they need to be mindful of the defense. They have to play this. They have to make sure that they're watching their lanes. Look at the pressure coming out of White. Pluto finding one. 3 players over by White now. If Pluto can get both of these kills, this will be a huge stop here for Vex as Pluto finds one, pushing up. Player's going to sneak by, though, and this is the time where they need to be able to get that one defensive player to be crafty enough. They score at 19. Never mind, 19-18. 1 point remaining with 53 seconds.
And this is where defense is really going to play a huge factor because it's a very close game, still mathematically possible for both teams, and that's why you really have to throw some people on defense. But Zuma, a one-man army right here, Golden.
Yes, indeed. He ends up picking up 3. Couldn't quite get the 4th, though. Looking over at Vex, they have to get this goal. 34 seconds left. 19-18. And there is going to be one member of ErupT. That's going to be Legal, pushing up on the outside. This is going to be a cap, and he's going to get it. But now on the other side, you have Vex. They're going to be able to get a cap of their own, making it 20-19. But look on the other side, though, you have Vex. He could easily make this happen, but they got to get the stop. Knifing him. No! What a mess up there as he couldn't do it.
Vex is going to be able to win right there with a 21-19 score, most likely, as now the defense is just going to pull up right there.
That's it.
That is it. Vex really coming out strong.
3-0 in favor of Vex. They are going to find themselves competing against some of the best teams in competitive Call of Duty in Season 2 of the MLG COD League. Congratulations to Pluto, Saint, Slacked, and Huddle. Get used to hearing those names for the rest of this year, guys, because these are players who are scary talented. And just look at the kill column there. I mean, incredible stuff out of them. What a game, Maze. What a game.
That's exactly what I expected. I expected a very good game, and I didn't expect that aggression and that scoring capability there from ErupT, but they kept it close. Unfortunately, did not get to that winning column there, and Vex just showing that they are a team to be reckoned with.
That's right. I mean, he got 28 kills for Pluto, 28-18, 7 caps. Saint, on the other hand, 18-20, went -2, but no big deal. He had 8 caps. And then you have Slacked and Huddle, the Slayers, doing what they do. 26, 26, 1930 respectively. I mean, overall, just a great showing out of Vex there to definitely just come out and show that whenever you're just outslaying the opponent, the chances are you should win. You know, I mean, if you're getting all those kills, you do see a lot of teams opt for that sneaky route, but when you go toe-to-toe, matchup for matchup, it seemed like Vex just, they had that one in spades. ErupT, it was a good try. They are going to go to the losers bracket, though, where they will fight for their chance to get into the MLG COD League Season 2. So it's not over for them yet. We are going to be taking a trip to the losers bracket after this. Maze, any last words before we go to a break?
Well, I do want to say that ErupT is going to make a little bit of a statement here on the losers bracket. So definitely take a look at those players because they're talented as well. And it's just been a joy to be able to cast here as well. And I cannot wait to cast a little bit more here on that losers bracket with you.
Yeah,
so
it's going to be fun. It's going to be
fun.
A lot of fun. We have Rise down there. We have AOX down there. And now we have ErupT. It's a stacked losers bracket. But Vex, again, they're going to move on to Season 2 of the MLG COD League. Congratulations to them yet again. But, guys, we're going to go to a quick break. We're going to have our next matchup in just a bit. You can actually go ahead and follow me on Twitter at GoldenBoyFCW. But follow Maze as well at Maze's Realm for updates on what matches are going to be coming up next. And, of course, at MLG, I'm sure they'll tell you there as well. With that said, we're going to go to a quick break. And then we'll have plenty of more Call of Duty action right here on MLG.tv. You're not going to want to go anywhere.